Hi, I'm Judge Penny Wolfgang. Festival season is underway in Western New York. We'll preview one of the longest running and most popular of them all. Ready, Set, Run! Our hometown camera captured all the action of Buffalo Marathon weekend and a preview of the Pride and Juneteenth parades. Right here, right now, on The Big Picture. Welcome to the program. Are you heading out to one of the many festivals and events happening this spring and summer? Make sure you mark your calendar for June 8th and 9th. For 67 years, the Allentown Art Festival has brought together talented artists from Western New York and all over the country for an unforgettable celebration of art downtown on Delaware Avenue in the Allentown section of the city. Joining me is Phillip Deterville, Treasurer of the Allentown Arts Society, to tell us more. Yeah. Welcome back to the program. It's good to see you again.
It's a real pleasure and an honor to be with you again, Judge.
Thank you. And I can't believe a year, like you said to me when you saw me, can you believe a year has gone by?
Yes.
It just flew by because we did talk last year and we're talking this year. So let's talk about this year. How many artists and vendors are going to be participating this year?
Okay, we're very happy that this year we've seen a modest increase in the number of artists that are coming this year. We were down during the pandemic. We didn't have a show, and then soon after the pandemic was over and we opened it up again, the artists started coming slowly, but we're up at least 30, 35 artists from last year. And looking at who the artists are, there's many young and new artists from all over the country that are joining us this year. So we're very excited about that.
Well, that's what I said. It always surprises people that I said at the top of the program even that there's artists from Western New York and all over the country.
Yes.
How do people get to be selected to be one of the artists that are going to show the things at the exhibit, our exhibit?
Okay, we've automated a lot of our process. We use a system online called Zapplications, or ZAP for short, and artists find out about the Allentown Art Festival through ZAP, and they're able to apply online through ZAP, make the payments for the application fee and all on ZAP, and it's used by thousands of artists all over the country. So they become aware of our show and they apply through ZAP. Then we bring in some judges who are local art teachers and well-known artists in the Western New York area to go through the artwork that was submitted along with the application, and they score it. And then after the judging is done, then we pick the top group. We want to keep the show fine arts with some crafts, but we want to keep the quality of the show up. So that's why it's a juried show.
That's what's known as a juried show.
Right.
So wow, I'm glad I'm the other kind of judge, or was the other kind of judge, because that must be really hard when there's so many applications, and I bet a lot of them are really good and worthy.
Absolutely.
It must be really tough to decide.
It is.
But also, I think you try to have a mix, right, of different types of art, different fields of art, right?
Yes, yes. There are, I think, 9 categories, including painting, some watercolor. There's fewer and fewer watercolor artists these days. But we lump that together with painting. But we also have sculpture and glass and drawing and graphics, jewelry. We get a lot of jewelry requests. We don't take them all because we don't want row after row of just jewelers. We want to mix it up. We lay out the show so that we have the artists of different kinds all interdispersed throughout the show to make it more interesting.
I should have worn, I didn't think about it, some of the jewelry that I've bought over the years. Next year I will.
Yes.
So how respected is the Allentown Art Festival? Because there are, and the art community in general in Western New York, because you know there are art festivals all over the country.
Oh, absolutely.
And I know when we were in Florida, we used to go to one every week, but still you get all these people applying, you just pointed out, and
Right.
you have to be discriminating because they all want to be here, right?
A lot of them do want to come, and some, when they find out about our festival, they're a little questioning, why would I want to go to Buffalo? I can go to the big festival in Chicago. There's festivals all the time in Florida. But if they talk to fellow artists, they find out, and some of the artists have told us during the shows in the past years, that they do better at our festival financially than at any of the other festivals they go to. That we really have a great art-minded community in Western New York, and they come and they don't just look, they buy. And so the artists that come do very well.
And a lot has to do with our good reputation, not only for the art show, but the art community in general. I mean, we have
Yes.
the AKG, and I'm not going to try to name all the others over there to me, but
Birchfield Penny,
yeah.
yes, etc. Right.
So we have a good reputation, right?
Yes, and we work closely with them. In fact, we fund, we provide some funding to the various art organizations around Western New York, including the Birchfield Penny, the Albright Knox Gallery, the Locust Street art classes on the East Side, and a number of other organizations we support, including the East Aurora Art Festival. We support them as well.
Yes, there are a lot, and there's a lot of art here in Western New York.
Yes.
What do you hear, what feedback do you get from the people who attend, for example? Do they tell you, we want a certain kind of art, or we want them closer together, or we don't like this, or we do like this kind of thing?
Generally, the response has been very positive. We do listen to the feedback from the community, from the people that attend the festival, but as well as from the artist.
Yes.
And the artist, especially the good artists, they want us to keep the level of the art high.
Right.
They don't want a lot of junk, and so they love our festival because we have good quality art. And we've tried different things over the years. One of the things that we found that people really enjoy is live demonstrations. So they're coming and not just seeing art already completed, but actual demonstration of the artist painting or doing the work. So this year we've added to that. So that's very exciting. We even have the Corning Glass Museum coming this year, and they're bringing up their equipment, and they're actually going to be blowing glass during the festival. So that should be very exciting.
People go all that way to Corning. You know, I know so many
Right.
people, and
Yes.
now they'll be able to see it right here.
See it right
so
here.
So exciting to see that too.
Right.
In case people are not aware of when we say the Allentown Art Festival,
Right.
what are we talking about geographically? What's the footprint?
Okay, it runs along Delaware Avenue. That's the main thoroughfare from Tupper to North Street. It also runs down Virginia to Franklin, down Franklin to Allen, and then back up Allen Street to Delaware.
Put on your walking shoes.
Absolutely.
I learned that. Wear sneakers,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
So, tell me a little bit. I know we're trying to keep it, as you said, fine art as much as you can, but there's other things. There's that people come for sometimes.
Yes.
For food and for, as you pointed out, entertainment. You know, just
Yes.
what else is there?
Well, certainly the food is great, and we have some of our vendors that have been there every year, and we have all the usual food choices. But we added last year, we added some food trucks, and this year we're bringing another food truck, one of the most popular, Lloyd's food truck.
That is.
And so they're new to our show. They're going to be on Franklin. And then there's going to be other concessionaires up and down Delaware Avenue as well, selling their wares.
Okay, now we need to talk about, every year I look forward to, and I have so many friends who actually collect the posters. They have for, I don't know, not 67 years worth of posters, but
Right.
they have quite a few, and in their offices at home. So now we get to talk a little bit about this year's poster.
Right. I think we have a fabulous poster this year. This is what it looks like. I think it's really bright, colorful, a lot of detail. It's really beautiful. I think it's going to make great T-shirts and other apparel as well.
There's some scholarships involved. You do give scholarships, and
yes,
as a consequence of the awards that you give.
Right.
How do they get them? How do they find out who's eligible?
We send emails to all of the schools in Western New York. It used to be more Erie and Niagara County, but we've expanded to the 8 counties of Western New York. So it's a pretty far reach. We'd like to see more students applying, but the application is submitted through the system online, through the Allentown Art Festival website. And we have a panel of judges that look at the work that they've submitted, and then they choose the best submissions, and then they're awarded up to $2,000 for the first year. And if they continue their education at a college or university, it could be a 2-year or 4-year college or university, they could get an additional $1,000 each year subsequently. So that could be up to $5,000 for their 4 years of school. And we have a great relationship with the Community Foundation of Western New York, who actually works with us to fund the scholarship program. We set up the fund many years ago, and we like the relationship with the Community Foundation because of their size. They're able to invest and generate a much better profit. At this point, with the deposit we have with the Community Foundation, they earn enough return every year that the interest or the dividends on our investment are sufficient to cover the scholarships for that year. So we haven't had to add anything to the pot.
This is so wonderful. Allentown Art Festival encouraging future artists and
Absolutely.
young people. So we're really looking forward to the show this year. Thank you so much, Phillip Deterville, for joining us, Treasurer of the Allentown Art Society. Remember, the Allentown Art Festival is June 8th and 9th in the Allentown section of the city. We'll be right back.